Where'd your passion for food come from?
It started with having kids. My wife is very intuitive and very connected to the universe. And there was something that was nagging at her that was telling her, when I stop breastfeeding this child, I'm going to need to feed it food. And the food that we're eating, something isn't right. And so we just started looking into stuff. Well, the very first thing was raw milk in Ohio, which is an illegal product. You can't sell raw milk, and there's reasons for that. But we figured out that we thought that was the best thing for this child. And so we started drinking it. We started getting it. We started feeding it to Dance. We started building, a diet around raw dairy. We were making our own yogurt, our own cheese, all that stuff that comes in that vein. And then we went to sourdough and sourdough starter for bread. And then we went to getting some chickens and having our own eggs and then growing our own veggies. And then finding out that we wanted to find pasture-raised or grass-fed animals. Eventually, that then turned into other people, mostly because I wouldn't stop talking about it, wanting to eat that way as well, or at least try that. And so when we would go out to a farm to get, let's say, pasture-raised chickens that were eating grass and pecking through, dirt and scratching, and that's not the conventional way to raise chickens because it's not, it's expensive. We started bringing back chicken for other people and selling it out of our garage. Hey, we got a whole cooler of whole chickens here. There's 15 of them. We're going to take 8 of them for our family, but then somebody wanted 2, so we got them 2. And, you start slinging food around, and then pretty soon you're like, well, I'm going to need a refrigerator or a freezer or whatever. And then that then morphs into the next thing, to the next thing, to the thing that you saw, which was the Bedouin tent of thousands of square feet of refrigerated space and freezer space, because we're now feeding hundreds, if not thousands, of families that way that also want that and are also figuring out how to get it, but can't get to the farm. Who in their right mind and schedule has the time to go to 6 farms every week to pick up their groceries? Not many. That was a very old school way of doing food. And then when the new supermarket came in, Piggly Wiggly was actually the first supermarket. It was like, oh, all of that food can come into one central location